and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Certainly one of the most beautiful structures in the most historic city in the U.S. That's City Hall here in Philadelphia. A good Friday night to sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Whiteside is out there with Randall. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Westbrook in at point guard. And for the 76ers, we've got Green. Russell is out there with Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. Now here's Embiid over Whiteside. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid has a nice shooting touch and does not lack for confidence, and seems to be getting better in the mid-range area.
Whiteside kicks to Randall. Now the pass to Kuzma. Back to Randall. Just 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Whiteside. No good with the triple. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the 76ers. Russell with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Russell dishes to George. He kicks to Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Russell.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
That's tipped. Paul George with the steal. Lets the 3 fly. The shot off that time. And it's Boston the other way. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Mitchell. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
From deep, George nailed from three-point land. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for Philadelphia. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Mitchell passes to Randall. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now, here is Russell. And a deep 3 from George. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists tonight. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. George against Mitchell. Pass to Westbrook. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but Through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
And he makes the first.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Philadelphia leading by 4. Russell kicks to Green. From the arc. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Three-pointer on the way. Porter pulls it in. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And that one's good. Russell.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Randall. Ball's knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. That shot is off. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Boston. They trail by 6. Now George. He's got 9. Russell with it. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And stolen by Whiteside. Westbrook surveying the D. Whiteside finds Mitchell. Takes the 13-footer. That one, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Russell passes to Embiid. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Randall. He's coming off an excellent season. Put up about 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Now here's Randall. His last outing, 16 points for him. Westbrook kicks to Kuzma. 6 to shoot. Right side against Embiid, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. So it's the Celtics now. 8-point game. Kuzma finds Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. Cans the shot from the wing. Westbrook's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
On the wing, George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Count it.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Paul George with the steal. Here's Russell, and the layup is good. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the 76ers?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's Mitchell, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
And George kicks to Russell. The dish now to Embiid. Green breaking loose. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Even when the defense is there, I mean, Embiid still knows how to score.
And here's Whiteside. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the shot is good. The 76ers leading by 6. And they double up Russell. It's Porter outside. And Boston with the rebound. Kuzma outside. Arrow high post. Pass to Mitchell. They get a hand on it. Paul George with the steal. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And some changes here for the 76ers. Alinari comes in for Draymond Green. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Michael Porter. The Celtics also with a sub. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Nurkic checked in for Embiid, and Wiggins is subbed in for Russell. Turner's checked in for the Celtics. Dragic comes in for Russell Westbrook. Kuzma finds Dragic. Here's Harrell. Outside Turner. The Celtics working the ball around now. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
And he knocks down the first one. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
Nurkic, the pass to LeVert. The pass to Rozier. The feed now to Nurkic. Passes it to LeVert. Just 4 to shoot. Wiggins from outside. Kuzma pulls it in. Celtics trail by 4. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, I love this from Kuzma. When he attacks with this kind of ferocity and confidence, watch out. Hide and protect the children.
Now, here's Rozier. A 24-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Here's LeVert. And it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Rozier. That one wide left. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Boston on D. He dishes it to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. And again, unable to change momentum here. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And, guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
The wide open look here for Kuzma. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Kuzma against Gallinari. He feeds it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Now, here's Dragic. Turner looking around. Here's Kuzma. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night.
You know, body him up all you want. It doesn't bother Kyle Kuzma. He's got great competitive spirit and skill.
LeVert against Kuzma. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. That one, this is for Dragic. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Now here's Wiggins. After the miss from Goran Dragic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25-5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself. They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
And it's Wiggins missing. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Graham. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Some solid defense from Gallinari. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 3-point lead. They recover it. The kick out to Rozier. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Booker with no one around hits it from 3-point range. Booker's got it all tied up now for Boston.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from 3-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
It's all tied in Philadelphia. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court for the Celtics, Booker out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Dragic, and there's Miles Turner, and it's Graham in at the 2. Now here's Brooks after the miss from Goran Dragic. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. 5th is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Brooks. Austin with the ball. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Dragic Rebound by the 76ers. Gallinari's got his 5th rebound in this one. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. It's stolen by Dragic. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. But he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Gallinari down low. He's against Turner. Beyond the arc. And there's Rozier on the assist by Nurkic. And the 76ers lead by 3. For Boston, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Now here's Harrell. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. All right, Clark, game is on the line. 1 free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. That free throw, no good. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Nurkic. Draymond Green comes in for Gallinari. Paul George, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Rozier. Then for the Celtics, Whiteside's checked in for Miles Turner. Randle comes in for Harrell. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Good on the second free throw. The 76ers leading. George up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Outside, Russell. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And finished off by Graham.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And Green slams it in.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
Pass to Whiteside. Graham with the ball. Pass to Westbrook. Over Brooks. And that one hits back iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Graham. Outside Westbrook. Over Brooks. And it's Westbrook missing. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Now Randle. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside. And the jam by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
And George kicks to Russell. High arcing shot. Embiid. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight. in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. So you just got to make sure they protect him.
The big man is so skilled and has such an infectious personality. Joel Embiid is hard not to love. I mean, he just oozes that kind of attraction. And his potential, unlimited.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition, times it perfectly, and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Here is Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Mitchell after the Sixers pick up 2. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Free throw good. Porter. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
The Boston Celtics.
Yep.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now, here's Kuzma. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee. They need this. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Philadelphia the other way now.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Now, here's Westbrook following the miss by Michael Porter. Randall finds Mitchell and stolen by Russell. The pass to Embiid. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. Here's Porter, and at last they get one to fall. Porter's got the lead up to 11 now for Philadelphia. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Green.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, 27 points per, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now, here's Mitchell. 8 points for him. Passes to Randall. To end the drought. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shoot two.
Free throw good. Porter.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Mitchell. There's the three. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Mitchell's got 11 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And Russell gets it to go.
Guys, you can just about count on it. If you score on Russell, you better believe he's looking to come right back at you.
Westbrook with it. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story. And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Porter, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
The 76ers have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Shooting two.
The first one falls.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
And Porter drops them both. Here's Westbrook. He has 7. Mitchell outside. And the 3 off target.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
So it's the Celtics now. 76ers getting the bucket. Can't hit from 12.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And that one's good. Jordan.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Mitchell dishes to Randall. And just miss after miss right now.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points in the game. Over Porter. And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
The 76ers haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. As 76ers making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. And then for Boston. Turner's checked in for Whiteside. Harrell comes in for Randall. And it's Dragic in for Russell Westbrook. That one misses.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Now here's Dragic. Pass to Mitchell. 4 on the clock to halt the run. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Porter. And Terry Rozier subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Now here's Dragic. Mitchell outside. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Now the pass to Rozier. Now LeVert. Passes it to Nurkic. Got a piece of it. Dragic against Embiid. To the inside. Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Rising off the ground like that. Kuzma takes a lot of pride, not only in finishing with finesse, but power, too.
Now, here's Rozier. Pass to Nurkic. Clock at 6. Here's Gallinari. That shot off. Great D that time from Harrell. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Nurkic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Embiid. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll head back home to host the Washington Wizards. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Chicago Bulls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Nurkic. Wiggins is checked in for Philadelphia. Boston also with the sub. Graham's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Pistons. Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Pass to Gallinari. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Brooks checked in for Karis LeVert. And here is Rozier. Gallinari on the wing. Clock at 4. It's good from about 19 feet. And the 76ers lead by 18.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Kuzma. 8 points for him. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
There's the pass to Gallinari. Dishes it to Nurkic. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Love to see Turner getting after it on defense, just throwing himself at the shooter and making him think twice about the release.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we'll go hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 17 points, 3 steals, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, we're seeing what it looks like when Paul George takes over. A knockdown shooter, that sets up his drive. And on the defensive end, he has the length to defend 1 through 5.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've got Russell, Joel Embiid out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Paul George, and it's Porter at the small forward. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Now here's Randall. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Porter against Mitchell. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. And Philadelphia the other way now. 22 is their biggest lead. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Here's Westbrook. Passes it to Kuzma. Now, here's Whiteside. Outside Westbrook from beyond the arc. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And it's Mitchell missing. Philadelphia leading by 20. The 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Outside Westbrook. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Westbrook's got 9 points.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Outside Russell. Kicks to Porter. Back to Russell. Jacks up a 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Kuzma passes to Mitchell. The dish to Westbrook. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shoots a three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Boy, I like the way Russell used his body there, finishing through contact, and he'll go to the line for a three-point play opportunity.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, D'Angelo Russell, to his credit, made the most of the move to Brooklyn. You know, he was dumped by the Lakers in 2017 in a trade to create cap space and ended up being selected to his first All-Star game in 19.
And it's Westbrook again missing. And the wide open shot from Green. Here's Embiid. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Randall. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflection. You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And when he first came to America, you know, what a great story this is. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right. Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he plays.
Booker, he's checked in for the Celtics.
And here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. Great showing for him last season. 1st in assists, 4th in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. And stolen by Russell. To the paint, here's George, and George with the stuff.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Booker. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And the 76ers with possession. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. Russell kicks to George. To the middle, here's Green. The shot's good on the assist by George. Green's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Mitchell looking it over. Westbrook against Russell. Back to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And it goes on Draymond Green. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Take a break.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
First one falls for him. And Mitchell drops them both. And the 76ers with possession. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Booker against George. Over Booker, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
The Celtics shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. So here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Pass to Booker. Fires the 3. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Booker's got 11 points.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And it's good. 2 points. And that's now 6 points for Draymond Green. Mitchell against George. 13 feet away. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Left side, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Outside Westbrook. Tries a 3. Connects from three-point range. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. From deep. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mitchell passes to Westbrook. He kicks it to Booker. Mitchell outside. 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Russell passes to Embiid. Outside for George. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 28.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
For 3, Westbrook knocks down the 3 ball.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now, here's George. 28 points for him. Russell with a wide-open look. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Here's Westbrook. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Booker outside. A second chance effort, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The Celtics have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Philadelphia's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Dragic against Rozier. And the foul on Miles Turner. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
Now here's Rozier. After the miss from Goran Dragic. Now here's Rozier. There's Gallinari with the 3. Graham with the rebound.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
There's the triple. Rebound by the 76ers.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Here's Wiggins. Plays it up and banks it in.
Able to finish through contact there, Kevin. Wiggins with the broad shoulders and excellent body control. Nicely done.
Dragic kicks to Harrell. Back to Dragic. Booker outside. 6 to shoot. Over Wiggins. Again, the miss by the Celtics. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now, Booker, 14 points for him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Gallinari. The Celtics have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the 76ers. Gallinari passes to Rozier. And he banks in the layup. Rozier's got 5 points so far.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now, here's Dragic. Pass to Harrell. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Rozier kicks to Gallinari. Over Booker. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Dragic looking it over. Harrell finds Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. From 20 feet out. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Nurkic has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after him. On the wing, Wiggins. Defended by Booker. Here's the 3. The rebound by Turner. Boston shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
And it's sent back by Turner. Dragic with it, now defended by Wiggins.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now, here's Rozier. 5 points in the game. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The 76ers making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Celtics. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Graham with the ball. Launches a 3. And Goran Dragic gets the 3. Dragic has got 9.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And here's Gallinari. to stop the drought. Off the mark. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action after this word. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The 76ers leading by 21, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Randall out there with Harrell. Then there's Dragic, and it's Graham in at the shooting guard.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Harrell. Outside Dragic. Randall down low. He's guarded by Nurkic. 3 on the clock. And there's the pass to Dragic. Misses the 3. Philadelphia shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. LeVert against Dragic. Over to the wing. Nurkic bounce pass. Wiggins finds LeVert. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Karis LeVert, one of my favorite young players in the league. He's hard to guard because he's got a quick release, and he's very confident in his ability.
Kuzma passes to Graham. Inside. Randall no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Kuzma can't get it to go. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now here's LeVert. Feeds it to Nurkic. Great D that time from Harrell. The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Down low. Dragic gets the bucket.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Rozier looking around. Here's Gallinari. No good that time. Randall with some nice D. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Randall. Here's Kuzma. No good from outside. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Rozier against Dragic. They get it back. Nurkic. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Gallinari. Bogdanovich comes in for Wiggins, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Terry Rozier. Free throw good, Nurkic. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. Do you like that?
Yes and no. I think you have two separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. and then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Here's Russell following the basket by Julius Randle. Ripped away. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
When he has his momentum going forward, when Randle's playing downhill, it's really a foul waiting to happen.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, it takes young guys a little while to figure it out, and after 4 up-and-down seasons with the Lakers, Julius Randle joined New Orleans in 2018, busted out for over 20 points per game with the Pelicans.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. And he can't hit the second.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Here's Graham after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Passes to Graham. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Boston making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. Four on the shot clock. The shot misses. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Kuzma can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Tipped away. Pass to Russell. Back to LeVert. Barnes outside. Beyond the arc. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Payton passes to Graham. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
And here's Kuzma after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. Pass to Kuzma. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over LeVert. Boston again missing. And it's Barnes with the ball for the 76ers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Russell dishes to Embiid. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Man, nice to see how Embiid operates in the pick and roll. Knows how to set hard screens as well as where and when to roll.
Now here's Whiteside. And the pass to Graham. And here's Kuzma. Shot to stop the run. LeVert grabs the miss.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Here's Russell. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Brooks checked in for Philadelphia. And a change for the Celtics. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Payton against Russell. Now here's Payton. Defense right on him. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Right side Russell. Embiid, no good. Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Russell against Payton to the left side wing for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Boy, I love the way Payton is always looking to swing the ball. I mean, he's constantly on the lookout for the ball reversal to help an open teammate get a shot.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Passes it to Russell. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
So it's the Celtics now, after the Sixers pick up 2. Outside Turner, pass to Payton. And it's out of bounds, last touch by Russell. Nurkic checked in for the 76ers. Terry Rozier comes in for D'Angelo Russell. So it's the Celtics now. Celtics passing it around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Payton. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Outside Bogdanovich. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Bogdanovich has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Graham kicks to Turner. Payton against Rozier. Back to Turner. The shot's good.
You know, for Turner, I think it's all about staying aggressive. I mean, when he does that, he's capable of converting over tough defense.
Pass to Nurkic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Nurkic. Here's Payton. 1:43 left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Turner. Payton outside. Clock at 6. And Turner with the basket on the assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Now, here's Nurkic, kicks it to Barnes. Now Rozier. Launches it. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. And so Graham will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Pascal. The pass to Whiteside. Here's Graham. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And it's Graham missing. Rozier with the ball. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.